And an ex-ISRO scientist says he's vindicated after the Kerala High Court upheld an NHRC order for compensation of 10 lakhs. Mr. Nambinarayan was arrested on espionage charges as he worked on crucial cryogenic technology for ISRO, a project that still hasn't reached fruition. So who was behind the charges and can anyone return those years? Joining us now, Mr. Nambinarayan. In fact, we spoke to him earlier in the evening. He's, of course, a retired scientist of ISRO, Director of Advanced Technology and Planning. Began by asking him, the High Court holding up the NHRC order, how does it really feel? Do you believe that all that you've been arguing for all these years now finally being accepted?
Yes. In fact, I felt that I have been vindicated even when the Supreme Court order came during 98 April. But the NHRC order was later, that was 2001, and that was an interim immediate relief. It was given by the Commission. But that took approximately 11 years before something has happened. So this is something upholding the NHRC's order.
Right, of course, that point that you make, the Supreme Court has already said this in 1998, but it's taken all this while. The NHRC then, many years later, talking about compensation, that finally challenged and now being upheld. But since 1994, you've gone through so much. Very little, of course, can compensate for the trauma that you've been through. But do you believe we'll ever know just who were behind that case against you? There are just so many unanswered questions today.
But I have a doubt that this is a combination of many things. But I am really, truly serious about some foreign agencies' involvement in this entire episode. Because they have vested interest in the sense that they want to retard the progress of ISRO, which they have achieved. See, today, for example, our cryogenic program is way behind, at least by 10 years. Now somebody doesn't want you in the commercial market. So how they operated it, and these are things which are to be found out. One has to really make an attempt to find out, and if you have a will, you can do it.
Well, that's, of course, a very important point that you may make. You were working on that important project, one, of course, that ISRO still hasn't managed to crack. But what really kept you fighting for justice, even though you were going through such a nightmare there?
Sheer willpower, in the sense that I know I have not done a crime, and in fact I have been working for ISRO for long periods, and I have not done any crime. So when this landed on me, at least I have the responsibility to prove that I have not done a crime. In that process, I kept on fighting. First up to the Supreme Court to get myself vindicated. Then subsequently I got into the battle of compensation, which I have more or less getting achieved.
Right.
Now the next battle would be to identify those culprits who have done it for their own reasons.
Right, like you say that, believe in yourself, the rest will fall through. You always knew that you'd done nothing wrong, and of course that's been vindicated. Now, many have said that you never got the support from fellow colleagues from the institution that you worked for. Would you agree with that? Would you say that that is fair? Did you expect more, sir?
Partly yes and no, in the sense they didn't react in my support in the beginning, in the sense they were taken aback. It was a shock. See, ISRO is a unique organization wherein we are not used to this kind of problem. But subsequently, all of them, Professor Satish Dhawan, Professor U.R. Rao, both chairman of ISRO, and then Professor Yashpal and Professor Chandrasekhar, and Professor Rodam Narasimha, and then Mr. T.N. Seshan. All of them came heavily in my support by writing an open letter. It was published by the entire media. So I wouldn't say they didn't support me, but they didn't support me in time. They were little late.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.